everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles. I hope you're staying warm. It's winter here in Virginia if you're watching the video sort of in real time. So it's cold. We had another big winter snowstorm last night, or at least big for the south. We got about 4 inches of snow. So good day for crafting. My husband, thank you guys for all the wonderful comments. He is recovering well, so it's a good quiet day at home for us. And I'm getting to have a few minutes in my craft room, which is wonderful. So let me show you what we're going to make today. This project was inspired by Rose Hill Paper Cottage. It's a waterfall journal or mini journal booklet. I think she got hers a booklet, folio. It just uses, you can make it with one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper in this size. So I'm going to show you that. I made mine with 2 just because I wanted to have additional patterns of paper on mine. But you can use one piece and it works great. So I'm going to show you that. All right, and then there's some pockets and tuck spots that you'll need some extra little pieces. So I'm using my Blooms in Winter paper kit. It's available on Etsy as a print and ship option or as a digital kit. So if you want to take a look, I'll have that linked in the description. And then I'm also using some of these inspiring words from my Things to Remember kit. So this one says, "You are right where you belong." And then "I believe in you," right? And then "you have the strength to do this." So I thought this would be nice for anyone, maybe facing a challenge or something that's on their heart or their mind. So that's the one that I made as our prototype. I love it. I think it's really cute. So let me show you what you're going to do. You can make these any size you want. You just need 2 pieces of paper, that are rectangles that are the same size. I used an 8.5 by 11 digital, again, Blooms in Winter, and just cut it in half on the 8.5 inch side. So now we have 4.25 by 11. 4.25 by 11. If you don't have 8.5 by 11 paper, or you've got that border around it, just trim the border off and then cut it in half. It will be fine. Use scrapbook paper if you want to. You can make these a little bit larger, a little bit smaller, whatever you want, it will work. So I'm going to show you then how we're going to fold the paper. So if you want to do like I did on my prototype, I actually printed 2 sheets. So a pattern on one side, different pattern on the other, that vintage book, and then these polka dots and stripes, and then another floral, so that when I put my little folio together, I had 4 different patterns. So you choose, do you want to kind of mix and match or just do one sheet? It works great. So for the one we're going to make on camera today in the video, I'm going to use one of these sheets, and I'm going to use this one. I want the cover to be a little different. So I think we'll make this the cover. So now for the measurements, again, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to put them in the description and say you have to score and fold on these measurements. I'll tell you where I fold mine, but I'm really just eyeballing it. Like I had forgot that I was going to use this for the video and folded it earlier, but all I did was, this is the inside page. This is going to be the inside page. That's the one we're going to start with to fold. And I used my pattern of my paper to decide where I wanted to fold it. This is approximately 3/4 of an inch, but I just eyeballed it and folded it over. Okay. Let me tell you, if you're from the folding left to right, I folded it right at 5 inches. So if you want to score yours, you can, if you want it exactly like mine, but you can just eyeball it. It really is okay. All right, I want mine to look a little different, so I think I'm going to put this for the outside for the front page. So all you have to do now is stack your 2 papers together so that everything is lined up. Okay, just like that. The inside one we've already folded. And now we're going to use this one to eyeball where we want to make the crease. And I'm just making it approximately the same. And I am going to just make sure I get it nice and neat and lined up. Okay, so look at that. Could not be any easier, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Now, if you want yours to be like mine, I'll give you the measurement of where I folded it. You would want to fold yours at 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Little line, 2 lines over from 4 1/2, okay? 4 and 5/8. But do yours however you want. And if your paper's a different size, the measurements won't work. So, there you have it. Now, there's different ways you could bind this, put this together. I went with what I thought was the simplest, which is just poking a couple of holes and then tying a fiber, yarn, twine, ribbon, whatever at the top. You could sew it. You could do a 3 or 5 pamphlet stitch. You could put it on your sewing machine, you know, whatever you want. But I'm going to do mine the way I did my prototype, which is just tie it together with some of those fun fibers probably. I might do a different fiber or a different ribbon. We'll see. First, I want to ink. It's a little bit easier to do some of the inking if you do it ahead of time, I think. Definitely things like if you want ink in the crease. So, again, I hope everyone is having a good start to 2025. Ours has been definitely one to remember. We did get the boil water advisory lifted just maybe 30 minutes ago. It's Saturday. And like I said, I'm excited to finally be able to make a video. I've been doing a lot of craft planning today, things I've got on my craft to-do list. And I made a really cute little mini journal that I'm probably going to do a video for Pink Monarch Prints using it. So hopefully that'll be on their channel before too long and you guys can take a look. I'm continuing as a guest video designer for them right now, which is one of my favorite things. I love their papers. So that's something I've been working on today. And thinking about other projects and videos I want to do, thinking about my Etsy shop, putting updates I really need to do there. What else have I been doing? Thinking about my next digital paper kit. Oh, and I purchased a really cute Valentine's kit. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it because I'm going to do a video soon making Valentines with the papers. So from Artsy Pumpkin on Etsy. So excited about that too. So much happening and all good things. Okay. I've inked those. I do want to go ahead and poke a couple of holes. I'm going to just use my paper piercer, and you can, use an awl. You could even use just a hole punch if you wanted to, if you're going to use like a really thick ribbon or something. Again, up to you how you want to do this. So let's see. This is a 4 1/4. I sometimes have trouble, with public math. So I'm just moving my ruler over to the 4 1/8. And then we're going to poke a hole at 1 inch and at 3 inches. So I have the same space from the left side and the right side. So just get your holes in there, however you want to do it. And you could mark that with a pencil, like I said, and use a little hole punch if you have one, something like that. Now, what I'm trying to decide is, I really love these fuzzy fibers, and I think the kind of neutrally with a little bit of blue and yellow and stuff look cute. Also, this is still sitting on my desk from a project I did a while back, but it's really unraveling, so I think no. About that. I'm kind of going through my scraps here. Twine would definitely look cute. Let's just use this because it's making me happy. But just like a baker's twine, something like that, that would be a good option too. Now, this is a little challenging getting through the holes, and I did discover, just go ahead and use my big eye needle and pull through just enough. Don't need a lot. And we will start on the outside, come in, because I want to end on the outside. There we go. And figure out how much I want to leave to tie a cute little bow. I don't think I need a whole lot. About that much. That's what we're going with today. So what I did with the first one is I kind of tried to hold this as snug as I could and went ahead and just tied a simple knot before I did the bow. That way, if the bow does come undone, the little book won't come apart. All right, and a bow. So very easy binding. If you don't want to see whatever you're using, you could tie it on the inside here. That would work too. But I kind of like having a little bit of fluff up there. And I may have to add a dot of glue on this if it doesn't grab hold good. Okay, so now I see how easy, now it's decorating, and I just love these easy projects, and I love being able to replicate them and make them my own with different papers and things like that. So let me kind of show you some of the techniques I did use. I did use, in this particular kit, there's a page that has some different strips of like dictionary, and I think this flower strip, yeah, was on that page. But I used a portion of one of them and made a little ruffle. It's probably hard to see here because I didn't ink the ruffles, but I just made a little ruffle and glued it. So let me show you that technique in case you're interested. I'm just tearing the margins off to decide. I don't want it to be quite an inch. Let me come over. Let's see how I did. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, and I'm gonna make a ruffle. So there's, again, different ways to do this, but I just start on the right hand side, come in, I'll give y'all some measurements, about 2 1/4 inches. Is that right? No, let's do right there. So start with your end on the right hand side and then bring it over about 2 inches. I'm using my grid. I hope you guys can see that. So all I did was make a little zigzag fold, just like that. So it looks like a great big, with a big tail here, a Z. All right, now again, I'm gonna line it up so you can kind of see where we're gonna fold. I'm just eyeballing this where I think it will look good. Bring it back over. The big thing is just kind of keep it straight. So look, I did another one, another little wavy Z. All right, so now I'm starting to get that ruffle look. And honestly, I just eyeball it all the way. And I fold it over. I am gonna pay attention. I can probably get one more because I do want it to stretch, hopefully, across the front of my cover. And look at that. Ta-da, it worked. Now, if you had gotten to this point and yours was hanging over just a little bit, just snip it off. It's okay. And if it was a little short, that would be okay too. Use it, and then you could always put a tab or another little embellishment or just have it centered. That would look fine too. So these are just some simple, easy ways to add a little more texture and interest to your paper projects using just paper products. That's what I was thinking. That's where my brain was going. I am going to add ink on the folds here, or what I'm calling the ruffle, just so you see it a little more maybe. Cute, right? And then all I did with the other one is I picked some of the words to put on there, and it just kind of gives some fun interest. You can really put it anywhere you want. I'm going to just put mine right there at the bottom of that first flap. You can put it on any of the flaps. First, I'm going to glue it together a little bit. So I'm just going to add my glue under each of the little flaps. That's on the back. And then I'm going to do the same on the front, just because I don't want it flipping around on me. And I'm using a Line Co. brand PVA wet white glue. Again, if you want to see supplies that I use and my favorites, head over to my Amazon storefront. I have things linked for you there. I think I like it this way. And now we're just going to add glue all the way to the back. And stick it down. Fun, fun, fun. I love it. All right, very sweet. And you can add more if you want to the front. I kind of like leaving it a little, just the paper. I like the paper. Okay, so then these are the page of words from that Things to Remember kit. And they're just, I think, encouraging words maybe, or again, things you might want to remember. Today's a great day. The truth comes in whispers. Listen to your heart. Be patient. Life is made up of beginnings and endings. All kinds of things. So, are reminders, people, that they're not alone and that they're loved. So, that's what those were about, and I'll link that for you. I am going to put expect miracles. Again, sometimes we're in seasons of life where things are a little uncertain. I'm in one of those seasons right now. And it's, I think, having faith, being honest, with what you need, with how you spend your time, and then trusting and expecting those miracles. I happen, to have a very strong faith, and I do believe that anything is possible for our God. And I also believe the Bible, has tells us it's okay to ask, for the blessings that you want in your life. God, will answer the silent prayers and the prayers you don't have words for, but will hear our petitions. And so I'm expecting miracles for my family during this season. Okay. What's next? Let's make some fun things to go inside. Now on this one, on this, I guess the second page, I put a little whale tab. So why don't we do that? And again, if you don't have a whale tab punch, you can just make any shape of tab that you want. And you can use, this is again where these strips and just different offcuts are really good choices to use. I was trying to see if I had a piece that I'd already punched one out of, but we'll just go with this one. I think it's wide enough. Let's see. There we go. I love crafting with dictionary and book pages and all that, and I tried in this kit, of course, to include some pages and things that had that, because not everyone has books that they're able to, or that they want to sacrifice for their crafting. All right, I'm gonna put this little tab right here, and we could even decorate the tab some more. The original video, I believe, she did on one of the ones, she did an eyelet and then did a closure around it. That was really cute. So we could do a little dangle if we wanted to. Super ideas, fun ideas to think about. Okay. Now I do want to, on the prototype, I put I glued one of the journaling cards down just because I wanted to see those flowers. This page was all sheet music, which is great. I just wanted to break it up a little bit. I'm kind of enjoying seeing these flowers here. So let's see how this panel turns out before we make a decision. Because I don't have a lot backing the or the book page or the whatever, the sheet music on these. I think I am going to use a piece of this to make a side load pocket. And I'm just using the page to help me kind of measure what size I want it to be. There we go. So mine ended up being, let's see, 1 3/4 by a little more than 4 3/4, right there. And we'll make a cute side tuck to put something in. And if you want to put a notch or something on there, you can, but I'm not going to on mine. These, depending on how you decorate them and what you put in them, can stay really, pretty flat. I used my Nina cardstock. It's the 90-pound kind of everyday white cardstock to print the digitals on. And I think it's a nice, it's not, copy weight paper, but it's not super thick and it stays nice and thin if you wanted to send that through the mail or something. Even with the little knot in the fibers, it's still pretty thin. Not too bulky. All right, let's see what's next. I believe on this one, I did the belly band that just top loads. And I'm thinking about, I had a strip of paper from this kit. Not sure what I did with it. That wasn't necessarily book page or dictionary page, but I'm not seeing it, so we're just going to use what we have sitting on our desk. And here's the one with the whale tab punch. All right, we'll just make one like this. And again, we can decorate these a little bit more too. In fact, I may grab my washi tape and decorate this just a touch. That's another thing I have going on this month too. There's just a lot of opportunities, and I'm so grateful. Oh, I know, I did the cute ribbon trick. Let's do that really quick. I'm going to be doing another collaboration with the company Ivy that sells all that gorgeous washi tape. And I wish I had kept up with them during the holidays because they had some really cute Christmas washi tapes. And people were asking me about that earlier in the fall when I did my first collaboration with them. I did the unboxing and then we did a few projects. That lovely like bumblebee washi and all that. So anyway, they reached back out and we're going to do another collaboration. I selected some really cute sets to work with. And of course I have to wait for it to get here. I have a bunch of doodads in this little thing right here. It's sitting on top of some of my washi tapes that I was just sitting here talking about. And anyway, that's coming too, and I'm really excited. I love doing those and getting some new products to play with. And they're very generous, letting you, choose a few things that you want to work with. So that's coming too. So stay tuned for that. Not seeing anything in there that I want. I'm going to have to get some more organizers. Let's see. I don't know if this is quite the right color. This little stripy gold often is a go-to. Let's just get those two out and see what we can do with this pocket. And I also plugged in my glue stick because I'm going to show you how I did the little ribbon ruffle on the bottom of the pocket or the belly band. Really simple, but adds a little touch, don't you think? I like it. So we'll do that for this one too, because I have just a little bit left of this piece of ribbon. Don't even know where it came from, but I want to have a little ruffle. So I'm just using this to give me an idea of where I need to cut my ribbon. All right, and again, use whatever ribbon or supplies that you have that work with your papers. But I do think that makes it look really cute. The blue is not quite right. I am gonna see what just a little strip. This is almost gone. This is one of those that I have had forever, a forever washi tape. But eventually, yeah, I think the stripes will add a little touch of something. Eventually, I'm gonna use it up, right? There we go. Yeah, just to give it a little bit of different. Okay, now before we attach it, I'm going to, let's see if this is hot enough yet. I'm gonna add just a bead of hot glue. Yep, it heats up really fast. This is my new hot glue gun that I got for Christmas. And I'm just gonna add that ribbon right there. And I think I worked fast enough, but it felt like that glue was really cool. So to make sure it doesn't lift up, I'm just gonna add a little extra. There we go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and decide about where I wanna put it. I think right here, I can remember that line, because I'm gonna use the hot glue to just run, again, a bead of glue on either side to make this an open belly band. Do it fast. I got it about where I said I was gonna put it. It's up a little high, but that's okay. All right. I just think that's so cute. And if yours ends up a little bit off like mine did, just trim it off. It's okay. Okay, very sweet. Let's pick some words to put on here too. So what did I say on the front? I said expect miracles. And let's do give things a chance to work. Oh my goodness, isn't it easy to get impatient? Sometimes I think we are reinforced in our culture to want immediate answers, results, immediate gratification, instant, right? Sometimes that's what we want, and it's hard to be patient and wait. So I am going to put this as a reminder to myself. Give things a chance to work. Give that miracle time to happen. All right, so we'll just glue that down. And now we have a lovely, whoops, so wiggle on me, pass through. And I printed out that same set of journaling cards just because I thought they looked so cute in the one that I made. And so we'll work with these here in a minute to fill our pockets and tuck spots. All right, so we have this page, and then the final one, I think I will do that traditional kind of just pocket to tuck something in, because I like knowing I'm gonna have it like a big spot. If I was making this for someone that I knew was like a big journaler, I would go ahead and put neutral paper probably on these so that there's lots of space to write. I know by adding journaling cards, they can also write on those. So, okay, pocket. The way I made the pocket on the prototype is I used this journaling card and used a portion with this flower, but it's not really speaking to me with these papers in the same way. This one would be great. Let's use this one. All right, and we'll make it a nice deep pocket. I'm gonna just tear it with my ruler, and I'm just using the lines in the sheet music to help me determine where I wanted to tear it. This side though, what I am going to do is I'm going to just mark it with my pencil and use my chopper. Let's just use my antique paper cutter. Okay, chopper, thank you. And we'll add a little bit of distress ink and get this pretty rose pocket on here. Okay, so if you like this, I hope you will leave me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, let me know you're out there. Let me know if there's some other things that you want to see. I have a list of projects and things on my mind, some of my bigger projects, some of the bigger journals and things that I know I want to do for the new year. They're just going to have to wait a little bit. I'm trying to be patient with myself because I just, some easy projects and some one-pagers I think I can definitely commit to right now, but trying to stay focused on a lot of big ones. I don't know. Things are still a little too much up in the air. But maybe even this, maybe even next week, I'll feel a little different and ready to embark on a multi video, part with multiple parts. That's what I'm trying to say. Come on, find your words, Pam. All right. Again, reminding me or whoever is looking at this, you are deeply loved. We are not alone. All right. There we are. Oh, so sweet. So then all I'm going to do is pick some of the journaling cards that I want to use to go in the pockets. I know they're going to be a little large or a little tall, so I'll just trim them down, make them work for me. I'll go back and ink around the edges on that one. I wouldn't mind a little something on this pocket, and I'm thinking to kind of, pull together the pocket that I already added washi to. Let's just add just a torn strip, since that's what happened. That's what it was telling me it needed, was just a torn piece. And then here, I think I will I'll like it better with some ink on it. So we'll do it now instead of going back. I want to, with this one, like I did on the original. Oh, goodness, did I glue my belly band together? What did I do? I need to slide it in this way. I think it's getting caught on that ribbon. The other one didn't do that, so I'm not quite sure what I did differently, but that works. I want to, since I'm almost out of this, I want to go ahead and cut a piece for this card. And because it's so wide, I've just been folding it over like this. Yeah, make it cute. I'm just going to staple it. My little tiny stapler. All right. Let's see if I can. There we go. A little bit better. All right, how's everything looking? So cute. I love seeing all the layers. It looks great. And then for this one, I probably will just angle the corners to make it look like a tag at the top. And again, if you've been around, I'm sure you've seen this. If you're new, you can just take, this is a pretend credit card, but you can take, a hotel room key, a gift card, whatever, and randomly chop off the corners like I did on this one. And then when you go, you can just, to make a tag, or you want the same angle, cut one corner and then use the same one but flip it over. And then they will match. Sometimes trying to eyeball cutting off the corners, you think I can do that, and then it just never looks even. I don't know, it sometimes makes me crazy. So that is what we're doing. I am going to use my slot punch. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, pull through and see what this looks like. I'm not going to cut it yet. Again, a little thick, but I think it'll look cute. And just do a little tie. And trim it off. I wish I even knew where I got this ribbon from, because it just seems to go with a lot of my projects and colors that I choose to use. But it's almost gone. All right, the only one that I didn't really finish was this one. So let's just add a little glue to it, or glue, a little bit of ink to this one. And I think we're about done. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching my videos and coming back and saying hi. And I hope that until next time, everyone has just a wonderful, wonderful day. Let me show you real quick. See how they ended up different sizes? It depends on how you fold it. This one's a little taller. This one's a little shorter. But they are both really sweet. And I'm happy with how they turned out. So I hope you are too. Let me know. Have a great day, everybody.